You are not attached to this body. You are not attached to the mind. The body is there. You experience the changing body. The birth and the babyhood and the childhood and the teenage and the growth, youth, middle-aged, disease, decay, old age, death. All of this the body will undergo. It's not attached to you. It says, O pure one, what are you trying to give up? Very interesting. That one which is the witness of body and mind is pure. All impurity is in the world, in the body, in the mind. Not in that which is the witness of the mind. You are that which is the witness of the mind. You are forever pure. What are you trying to give up? Meaning thereby, you see, all our efforts to improve ourselves, to make ourselves more spiritual through prayer, through meditation, through good deeds, either we are adding something to ourselves. I need some virtues. I want to be selfless. I need to be more integrated. I need to be more loving or kind, unselfish. I'm adding virtues to make myself better. Or I'm getting rid of things which I think are very bad for me, non-spiritual. I am very restless. I give up the restlessness, quieten the mind and body down. Thereby thinking I'm improving myself. Here it's telling you, you are absolutely pure and perfect, that vast perfectness which you already are. You need not add anything to that, because something that is perfectly pure, if you add anything to it, no matter how good, you're making it impure. Something that is perfectly pure, there's nothing impure to give up there also. What are you going to add? What are you going to give up? Ashtavakra has the danger of being misunderstood. It does not mean you're going to give up your spiritual practices. Practices to make your life better will continue. Practices to make your life better will continue. Ramakrishna asked his master Totapuri, you are an enlightened soul, you are enlightened. Why do you meditate so much every day? And Totapuri said, he was a wandering monk and he was completely naked, but he had this pot, water pot. And he said that, look at this water pot, brass. If I do not polish it, it will lose its shine. In the same way, enlightenment, of course. But the mind has to be immersed in the reality which the self is. I am Brahman. It has to be immersed in that every day so that it retains the light of enlightenment. It retains the shine of enlightenment. Of course, Sri Ramakrishna had to come back to that also. He said, but if the pot were gold, you wouldn't have to polish it. I think thereby he was distinguishing between an avatar and an ordinary Jivan Mukta. What are you trying to add to yourself? You need not add anything to yourself, the Atman. You need not get rid of anything. That one which is the witness of body and mind, which is completely unattached to the world, to the people, to the events, to the body even, to the mind even, thoughts, ideas, memories. I've told you the story of the philosopher and the monk. I told this earlier. It's a true thing which I saw. A great philosopher, very respected. He told me once that he had a mild stroke and he was forgetting. Mind was not as quick as it was and he was forgetting. It's like a multimillionaire who's losing everything suddenly on Wall Street and it becomes a pauper next day. So all that he has worked for all his life, it's gone in a flash, suppose. How depressing that is. And the philosopher was saying, I'm so depressed, I am feeling great depression. I'm feeling miserable, sorry. And it's understandable. It's understandable. Exactly the same thing I saw with one crucial difference. A monk whom I revered very much, he has passed away. His name is rev.Maharaj, Swami Mokshadanandaji. He was our acharya at the training center briefly, very briefly. At that time also he was very old and he was very unwell. He used to have oxygen given to him 8-9 hours a day. Never saw him unhappy, twinkling eyes always. One of the wisest people I've seen. I mean, I don't know if the comparison is good, but I'll make it anyway. Like in Star Wars, you see Yoda. Something like that. Yes. He even spoke like that a little bit. I used to go to him with questions about Vedanta. So one day I went to him. He was one of the greatest scholars we had in the order. Now look, same thing. I went to him one day towards the end of his life with a question, and he thought and he thought and he thought, and he could not remember the answer. A philosophical question. And he said, now I cannot remember, it's all going away. Exactly what the philosopher said. This monk is saying exactly what the philosopher said. But the next part is the crucial difference. I cannot remember now, it's all going away. And then with a broad smile and the same twinkle in his eyes, he said, let it go, its task is done. He has found something within himself which is independent of mind and body. It's there right now within us. We are that. Thus dissolving the body and mind, thus merging the body and mind, dissolve yourself into infinity. Dissolving or merging the body and mind does not mean committing suicide. I am completely unattached with body and mind. I don't need the body and mind. Let me kill myself. No, not suicide. Trying to stay alive, trying to kill oneself, both are signs of attachment to body and mind. Once Swami Bhuteshananda, the 12th president of our order, was visiting our ashram, Deoghar, and the Swami in charge there asked him, how do you look upon life now, Swami? And he said, he had a slow drawl, he said, I neither desire to live nor to die. He was 98 years old at that time. Neither desire to live nor to die. The life of the body will take its own course. Why are we so concerned with it? We are not attached to it. When you are not attached to the body and mind, it takes its own course. This is called the merging of the body and mind. This is called dissolution into the infinite. I am one with the infinite. Billions of bodies and minds are coming and going. This one also will go in its own way. Why worry so much about it? Why so worried about it? This verse in one Sanskrit word, Asangatvam. Asanga means detached, detachment, non-attachment. This verse, what we read just now, it can be summed up in one Sanskrit word, Asangatvam. Asangatvam means non-attachment. Remember, non-attachment is taught as a practice, that you should not be attached to anything. Here, Ashtavakra is not teaching you a practice, it's telling you a fact about yourself. Your highest nature is non-attached. All phenomena arise in your consciousness, are experienced in your consciousness, disappear into your consciousness. The consciousness is not attached to any of it. The light which shines upon this room, people come and go, the light illumines everything, not attached to it. When the person goes away, the light doesn't go away with it. When the person comes here, light has not come here. Light doesn't stick to the person or to the things. It just illumines. You are that light which illumines everything that happens in your life. Asangatvam. All we are called upon to do, note it. That unattached reality within us has no problems. Has absolutely no problem. You're completely, forever free of problems. You can relax. That means, Swami, shouldn't I meditate? All the efforts I've been making? Certainly, meditation is done at the level of the mind. Meditate. Good works are done at the level of the body. Go on doing good works. Improve your life. Yes, you can go on. But remember, that which is a witness of the improved life, that is completely unattached to the improved life also. It experiences it. It's a good thing. It's a good project, a hobby to make a better life, a more spiritual life. Yes. I am not even joking. From the point of view within yourself, from the level at which you are none other than God, the spiritual efforts that you are making in your life, it's a nice hobby. Vivekananda said, what is all that we do in life? He said, you are polishing the mirror. All that we can do in life is to polish the mirror. When you have polished the mirror enough, look into it, you will see God. Even the mirror you are not attached to. The mind which is now listening to this, which likes this idea, not attached to that mind either. It appears to you. The mind which does not get this idea, is uneasy about this idea, you are not attached to that either. It's just a mind.